Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we continue our conversation with Leo Arussi, who's the founder and CEO of the Strativity Group. Welcome, Leo.
Thank you very much for having me, Gerhard.
Can you share a case where you've completed a transformation within the company to move from product or company-centric to customer-centric?
I'll use one example. Actually, it's outside of the U.S. Even though we've worked in the U.S. as well, we've actually delivered projects in 20 different countries. So we know these models actually work with different cultures and so on and so forth. This is a case from the U.K. It's a utility company called E.ON. It's a major provider in Europe for gas and electricity for customers. We work with one of their divisions who had very, very acrimonious relationship with their customers, to the point that some cases we had verbal abuses and things like that. Morale among the employees was not exactly great. They were delivering multiple services, and actually the interesting thing was that the first challenge, when we presented to them the concept, executives all agreed, but somehow we felt that they were not connecting until we understood that they were really, and this is something we're coming across everywhere, people are saying this is a great idea, but we're doing it already. So we needed to really build a case and properly demonstrate to them what this is all about. We started with the journey mapping, as we talked about yesterday, and we mapped the complete customer experience across different touch points, channels, and so on and so forth. We then built, through our diagnostic, which is called Experience 360, this is a proprietary diagnostic that we built, we measured the experience across 4 dimensions: employees versus customers, attributes versus attitudes. So attributes will be, are we delivering on a timely manner? Are we delivering the quality that you want? And so on and so forth, as well as how do our people engage with you. When we completed the Experience 360, we delivered the results, and the interesting thing is when you look at the experience from the perspective of the customer and then from the perspective of the employees, you can start seeing where the performance gaps are, because you're tapping into the minds of the employees who are actually delivering on that experience. We complemented that effort by actually doing a drill down. So we did a day in the life of an employee who goes to deliver to a customer, a day in the life of an employee in the call center, a day in the life of the employee who's serving a customer in a certain environment, because we wanted to see all the tools that are available for them, all the authority issues, everything there. We immerse ourselves in the company operation, and between the quantitative and the qualitative data, the Experience 360 and the drill down, which is called Experience Inventory, we got back to the company and we said, this is your state of affairs, but here's the prioritization. Not everything has to be done immediately. These are the elements that are loyalty builders versus loyalty burners, and we need to work with you on those things.
Leo, what happened when you presented the results?
Originally, people were in denial, as I mentioned. It's a typical thing in customer experience. People always believe that they're doing it already. And we sat down there, we presented the results. It was all data-driven. They couldn't escape. We had a large body of customer voice and employee voice, and these were their employees. They couldn't deny it. And I remember one of the executives said, I just feel like 2 buses hit me at once. And the guy next to him said, hey, make it 4 for me. It was a humbling experience for them. But what we did is we didn't let them sulk. We immediately, right after the session, had our consultants sit down with each one of them. They had a scorecard. These are the root causes in your division. These are the quick wins. These are the long terms. What can you commit to? Within a week from the time we presented the results, we had an action plan signed off by these executives so we could communicate back to employees and customers. And this is, by the way, one mistake that a lot of companies do. They do a customer survey, but they never tell them what they're going to do about it. We circled back, and it brought us a lot of credibility with the customers who are now willing to lend us some more time to go and fix the issues. We communicated back to the employees and customers, and then we started innovation sessions. Basically, every employee in the company was involved in the innovation sessions, because the message is innovation is not something that just few people do with their white coats in a lab. This is what you do in every interaction.
Did you invite customers?
So for these sessions, no. We have done other sessions with customers. We have one of the action items was to start involving customers in wide variety of activities much earlier, because what they did the traditional thing. They'll design their own, and then they'll have the customers come to validate. And there's a whole game around it, and we wanted the customers to be part of the co-creation. In the innovation sessions that we did, it was more about how to, rather than solve the problem. So we wanted to make sure that each one of them feel that they're empowered and they have the skills to do it, and that they get customer experience at that memory level. Our goal was, you need to create a memory of 20 years, not 20 seconds. Don't be boring. Boring is our enemy. And one of the most fascinating things that in those sessions, that I'll give the credit to the managing director, is that when he took people who cleaned the toilets and people who are managing directors and put them in the same session. It was a cultural message. Everybody's equal because the ultimate unifier is the customer.
Thank you, Leo. We're going to continue our conversation with Leo Arusi tomorrow, where we talk about 5 tips that can help you make your organization more customer-centric.